Hello, my friends. Welcome back to our channel where we explore the joys and challenges of gardening tailored specifically for seniors. Today, we're diving into something truly special 10 essential gardening tips that can make your gardening experience not only easier, but also more enjoyable. Gardening is more than just a hobby, it's a wonderful way to stay active, connect with nature, and foster a sense of accomplishment. However, for many of us as we age, the joys of gardening can sometimes come with unique challenges. That's why I'm here today to share insights that will help you navigate these challenges and embrace the beauty of gardening. In this video, we'll cover practical solutions that cater to the needs of senior gardeners. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, these tips will empower you to create a thriving garden without feeling overwhelmed. We'll be discussing everything from selecting the right plants to using smart tools that lighten the load and designing your garden in a way that makes it accessible and enjoyable. Each tip is designed to enhance your gardening experience, making it not just a task, but a fulfilling activity that brings joy and relaxation. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's embark on this gardening journey together. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. One of the most crucial aspects of successful gardening is selecting the right plants, especially for seniors. As we age, our energy levels and physical capabilities may change, making it important to choose plants that are not only beautiful, but also easy to care for. So let's talk about how to make the best choices for your garden. First, consider low-maintenance plants that thrive in your local climate. Native plants are often the best option because they are adapted to the local environment and require less water and care once established. Examples include coneflowers, black-eyed Susans, and lavender. These plants not only bring vibrant colors to your garden, but also attract beneficial pollinators like bees and butterflies. Next, think about the size and growth habits of the plants. Opt for varieties that won't overwhelm your space or require constant pruning. Perennials are a great choice since they come back year after year, reducing the need for replanting. Additionally, consider using container gardening. Planters can be placed at a comfortable height, minimizing bending and making it easier to care for your plants. Lastly, remember to assess your gardening goals. If you want a garden that provides fresh herbs or vegetables, choose those that are suitable for your growing conditions and your culinary tastes. By selecting the right plants, you'll create a beautiful, manageable garden that brings you joy without overwhelming you. So take your time when choosing your plants. And remember, the right selections can make all the difference in your gardening journey. Now that we've discussed the importance of choosing the right plants, let's move on to an equally vital aspect of gardening, using smart gardening tools. As we age, our strength and mobility can change, making it essential to have tools that are not only effective, but also easy to handle. First, consider lightweight tools that reduce strain on your hands and back. Look for ergonomic designs that fit comfortably in your grip. For example, a long-handled trowel allows you to dig without bending over, making it easier on your knees and back. Similarly, lightweight pruners with a spring mechanism can help you cut branches effortlessly without requiring excessive force. Another great tool to consider is a garden cart. It can help you transport soil, plants, and tools around your garden without having to carry heavy loads. This not only saves energy, but also reduces the risk of injury. Additionally, using raised garden beds can make a significant difference. By elevating your planting area, you can work at a more comfortable height, reducing the need to bend down or kneel. Finally, don't forget about technology. There are many gardening gadgets available, such as automatic watering systems or soil moisture sensors that can simplify your gardening tasks. These tools help you manage your garden more efficiently, allowing you to enjoy your time in the garden without the physical strain. By incorporating smart tools into your gardening routine, you can make your gardening experience more enjoyable and less labor-intensive. So take a moment to evaluate your current tools and consider making some upgrades. Now that we've covered the importance of choosing the right plants and using smart tools, let's delve into the third tip, designing a smart garden layout. A well-thought-out design can significantly enhance your gardening experience, making it more accessible and enjoyable as you age. First and foremost, consider the accessibility of your garden. If bending down is challenging, raised garden beds can be a fantastic solution. These elevated beds allow you to tend to your plants without straining your back or knees. You can build them at a height that is comfortable for you, making gardening much easier and more enjoyable. Next, think about organizing your plants based on their care requirements. Grouping plants with similar watering and sunlight needs together not only makes maintenance simpler, but also creates a visually appealing layout. For instance, place sun-loving plants in the front and shade-tolerant varieties in the back, ensuring that every plant gets the light it needs to thrive. Additionally, consider creating walking paths between your planting areas. These paths can be made of gravel, mulch, or stepping stones, providing stable footing and easy access to all parts of your garden. This design not only helps prevent accidents, but also makes it easier to navigate as you carry tools or plants. Lastly, don't hesitate to personalize your garden. Adding comfortable seating areas with benches or chairs allows you to take breaks and enjoy the beauty of your work. By designing a smart, accessible garden, you'll create a welcoming space that encourages you to spend more time outdoors, nurturing both your plants and your well-being. Now that we've talked about designing a smart garden, let's discuss the importance of establishing a consistent weekly care routine. Having a regular schedule not only makes gardening more manageable, but also helps ensure that your plants thrive throughout the growing season. Start by setting aside a specific day or time each week dedicated to garden care. This routine can include essential tasks such as watering, weeding, and inspecting your plants for pests or diseases. By making gardening a regular part of your week, you'll find it becomes a natural and enjoyable activity rather than a chore. When it comes to watering, consider the needs of your plants and the weather conditions. In general, it's better to water deeply and less frequently than to give small amounts daily. This encourages deeper root growth and helps your plants become more drought resistant. You might also want to group your plants by their water needs, making it easier to focus on specific areas during your care routine. Weeding is another critical aspect of garden maintenance. To make this task less daunting, try to spend just a few minutes each week pulling out weeds before they have a chance to take over. Regular small efforts can prevent weeds from becoming overwhelming and save you time and energy in the long run. Lastly, take time to enjoy your garden during these weekly visits. Pause to admire the blooms, check for new growth, and simply soak in the beauty of your surroundings. A consistent care routine not only keeps your garden healthy, but also enhances your connection to this wonderful hobby. As we continue our journey through essential gardening tips for seniors, let's explore the fifth tip: connecting with the gardening community. Engaging with fellow gardeners can greatly enhance your gardening experience, providing not only support, but also a sense of belonging. Interesting. One of the best ways to connect with others who share your passion is to join local gardening clubs or community gardens. These groups often host events, workshops, and meetings where you can learn new techniques, share your experiences, and exchange plants. Being part of a community allows you to gain valuable insights from seasoned gardeners while also making new friends who understand the joys and challenges of gardening. If you're more comfortable online, consider joining gardening forums or social media groups. These platforms provide a space to ask questions, share photos of your garden, and participate in discussions. You'll find a wealth of information and support from gardeners around the world, which can be incredibly motivating and inspiring. Additionally, don't hesitate to reach out to neighbors or friends who garden. Organizing plant swaps is a fun way to diversify your garden without spending money. Sharing tips and experiences with someone nearby can also lead to enjoyable gardening sessions together, making the process more social and less solitary. By connecting with the gardening community, you'll not only enrich your own gardening journey, but also create lasting relationships that can help you grow and thrive as a gardener. Remember, you're not alone in this. There's a whole world of gardening enthusiasts out there waiting to share their knowledge and passion with you. As we move on to our sixth tip, let's talk about understanding common weeds and how to control them effectively. Weeds can be a persistent challenge for any gardener, but with the right knowledge and strategies, you can manage them without feeling overwhelmed. First, it's essential to recognize the most common types of weeds you might encounter in your garden. Some prevalent weeds include dandelions, clover, and crabgrass. Each of these has its own growth patterns and preferred conditions, so familiarizing yourself with them will help you identify and manage them more easily. Once you can identify these weeds, the next step is to control them. Regular maintenance is key. Spend a few minutes each week inspecting your garden for new weed growth. The sooner you catch them, the easier they are to remove. Pulling weeds when they're small prevents them from establishing deep roots and spreading further. Another effective strategy is to use mulch. A thick layer of mulch not only suppresses weed growth by blocking sunlight, but also helps retain moisture in the soil. Organic mulches like wood chips or straw can improve soil health as they decompose. Finally, remember that not all weeds are harmful. Some can even be beneficial. Certain weeds attract pollinators or can improve soil quality. Instead of viewing them solely as nuisances, try to understand their role in the ecosystem. By implementing these simple strategies, you can maintain a healthy, beautiful garden while keeping weeds at bay, allowing you to enjoy the fruits of your labor without unnecessary stress. As we continue with our gardening tips for seniors, let's focus on the seventh tip: Sustainable plant care. Implementing sustainable practices not only benefits your plants, but also contributes positively to the environment, making your gardening experience more rewarding. First, consider using organic fertilizers and natural amendments to enrich your soil. Kitchen scraps like banana peels, coffee grounds, and eggshells can provide essential nutrients to your plants. Composting these items not only reduces waste, but also creates a rich organic fertilizer that enhances soil health. This method promotes a thriving ecosystem in your garden. Next, think about water conservation. Installing a rainwater collection system can help you gather rainwater for irrigation. This not only saves money, but also reduces your reliance on municipal water sources. When watering your plants, try to do so in the early morning or late evening to minimize evaporation. Deep, less frequent watering encourages deeper root growth, making your plants more resilient during dry spells. Additionally, consider planting native species. Native plants are adapted to your local climate and soil conditions, requiring less water and maintenance than non-native varieties. They also support local wildlife, including pollinators like bees and butterflies, enhancing the biodiversity of your garden. By adopting these sustainable practices, you'll not only improve the health of your garden, but also contribute to a healthier planet. Sustainable plant care allows you to garden with a purpose, knowing that your efforts are making a positive impact on the environment while providing you with beautiful, flourishing plants. As we progress through our gardening tips, let's talk about the 8th tip, adapting to change. As we age, our physical abilities and gardening needs may shift, and it's essential to recognize and embrace these changes rather than resist them. Firstly, acknowledge that it's perfectly normal for your gardening capabilities to evolve. Tasks that were once easy might become more challenging. Instead of feeling discouraged, take this as an opportunity to adapt your gardening practices. For instance, if bending down to tend to plants becomes difficult, consider using raised garden beds or container gardens. These solutions allow you to work at a more comfortable height, reducing strain on your back and knees. Another way to adapt is by modifying your gardening schedule. You might find that you have more energy in the morning or late afternoon. Plan your gardening activities around your energy levels, tackling more demanding tasks when you feel most capable. Additionally, you can simplify your gardening tasks, focus on fewer plants, or choose varieties that require less maintenance. Embrace the idea of a low-maintenance garden where you can enjoy the beauty of nature without the pressure of constant upkeep. Lastly, don't hesitate to ask for help when needed. Whether it's involving family members or neighbors in your gardening tasks or seeking advice from fellow gardeners, collaboration can make gardening more enjoyable and less burdensome. By adapting to change, you can continue to enjoy the therapeutic benefits of gardening while ensuring it remains a fulfilling and manageable activity throughout the years. Embrace these changes as part of your gardening journey. As we reach our 9th tip, let's focus on the importance of enjoying the gardening process. It's easy to get caught up in the end results, beautiful flowers, ripe vegetables, or a perfectly manicured lawn, but true joy in gardening comes from appreciating each moment along the way. First and foremost, take the time to connect with your plants. Spend a few quiet moments observing their growth and changes. Notice the tiny buds forming or the vibrant colors emerging. This mindfulness can enhance your experience and make you feel more connected to your garden. Remember that gardening is not just about the destination, it's about the journey. Consider documenting your gardening journey. Keep a journal or take photos to capture the progress of your plants. This practice can help you reflect on your successes, learn from challenges, and appreciate the hard work you've put in. It also allows you to see how your garden evolves over the seasons. Another way to enjoy the process is to celebrate small victories. Whether it's your first bloom of the season, a successful harvest, or simply a day spent outdoors, take time to acknowledge these achievements. Share your joy with friends or fellow gardeners, as their encouragement can further enhance your experience. Lastly, don't forget to make your gardening space a haven. Create comfortable seating areas where you can relax and soak in the beauty of your surroundings. By embracing the process and finding joy in each moment, you'll cultivate a deeper appreciation for gardening, ensuring it remains a fulfilling and enriching part of your life. Enjoy the journey and let your garden be a source of happiness. As we wrap up our gardening tips with the 10th and final tip, let's talk about the importance of embracing failure. In gardening, setbacks are inevitable, and understanding this can transform your experience from one of frustration to one of growth and resilience. First, it's essential to recognize that every gardener, regardless of experience, faces challenges. Plants may die, pests may invade, and weather conditions can be unpredictable. Rather than viewing these situations as failures, try to see them as valuable learning opportunities. Each setback teaches you something new about your garden, your plants, and even your gardening techniques. When a plant doesn't thrive, take a moment to assess what went wrong. Was it the soil quality, the amount of sunlight, or perhaps overwatering? By analyzing these factors, you gain insights that will help you make better choices in the future. This process of reflection is an integral part of becoming a more skilled gardener. Moreover, don't hesitate to share your experiences with fellow gardeners. Discussing failures openly fosters a supportive community where everyone can learn from one another. You might find that others have faced similar challenges and can offer tips or encouragement. Lastly, remember that gardening is a journey, not a destination. Embracing failure allows you to cultivate resilience and adaptability. It's about experimenting, trying new techniques, and discovering what works best for you. By shifting your perspective, you can enjoy the process of gardening even more, knowing that every challenge brings you one step closer to becoming a more experienced and confident gardener. Keep planning, keep learning, and most importantly, keep growing. As we conclude our exploration of essential gardening tips for seniors, I hope you found these insights both helpful and inspiring. Gardening is a wonderful journey that brings joy and fulfillment, especially as we navigate the unique challenges that come with age. By choosing the right plants, using smart tools, designing an accessible garden, establishing a care routine, connecting with the gardening community, managing weeds sustainably, and embracing every success and failure, you can create a flourishing garden that enhances your life. Remember, the key to a successful gardening experience lies not only in the techniques you apply, but also in the joy you derive from the process. Take time to appreciate the beauty around you, celebrate small victories, and learn from challenges as they arise. Each moment spent in the garden is an opportunity for growth, both for your plants and for yourself. I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. What gardening tips have worked for you? What challenges have you faced? Let's create a supportive community where we can learn from each other and inspire one another. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, please leave a comment and stay tuned for more gardening wisdom in the future. Your feedback means a lot, and I look forward to hearing from you. Happy gardening, and remember to embrace every moment in your garden.